Welcome to Nova Scotia's Top 5 Secret Wonders. Nova Scotia is famous for its lighthouses and coastlines, but beyond the postcards lies a hidden world most travelers never see. From secret coves and cliffside trails to magical little towns full of history and charm, these are the top 5 wonders that no one talks about. In this 4K journey, Next Level Travel is taking you off the beaten path to uncover Nova Scotia like never before. Our first stop takes us to the beautiful Digby Neck. It's a long skinny peninsula that juts out into the Bay of Fundy. To get there, you even get to take a couple of charming little car ferries. It already feels like an adventure. We're heading to Tiverton, on Long Island. Hidden at the end of a lovely, well-maintained trail is something that will make you scratch your head. How is that even possible? It's called the Balancing Rock. And the name is not an exaggeration. It's one of nature's greatest magic tricks, a geological wonder that defies gravity. Imagine a giant playing a game of Jenga with colossal stone blocks. Now imagine they pulled out almost every block, leaving a single tall pillar standing on its very edge, ready to topple with the next gust of wind. That's the Balancing Rock. It's a vertical column of volcanic basalt, about 9 meters high, perched precariously on a tiny sliver of rock below it. You can even see a gap between the pillar and the main cliff face, a sliver of daylight. It's completely freestanding. It stood like this for thousands of years, weathering storms, and the world's highest tides in the Bay of Fundy. So why should you go see it? Because it's a humbling reminder of the sheer, beautiful weirdness of our planet. The walk to get there is part of the experience, a beautiful 2.5-kilometer trail through a lush green forest that smells of moss and damp earth. Then you descend a staircase of 235 steps down the cliffside. With each step, the anticipation builds, until finally, there it is, a grand reveal. Besides just staring in disbelief, it's a photographer's dream. You can try to capture its impossible physics from every angle. It's also a profoundly peaceful place to sit and contemplate. Listen to the waves crashing below. I met a local fisherman on the ferry over, a lovely man named Alistair. He told me he's lived here his whole life and still comes to see the rock a few times a year. He said, "It reminds me that some things are strong in ways you can't see." I love that. It's not just a rock, it's a lesson in resilience. Alright, for our next secret, we're heading inland, away from the salty coast. We're going to Cape Breton Island, a place so magical it feels like a country all its own. Near the town of Cheticamp, famous for its Acadian culture and its position at the entrance of the Cabot Trail, there's a place that feels like a slice of the Caribbean was dropped into the middle of a Canadian forest. It's the Gypsum Mine Quarry. This isn't a natural lake. It's a former quarry that has since filled with crystal-clear turquoise water. It's a local secret, a favorite swimming hole that's becoming more known but still feels like a hidden discovery. Finding it is part of the fun. You park your car and take a walk down a wide, flat trail surrounded by trees. You can hear the birds, you can smell the woods, and you have no idea what's coming. Then, the trees part, and you see it. The water. It's a color you just don't expect to see here. It's a brilliant, vibrant turquoise surrounded by steep, white gypsum cliffs. It looks like a secret lagoon from a movie, a place you'd expect to find in Thailand or Greece, not Nova Scotia. It's like opening a dusty old book in a library and finding a brilliant, colorful illustration inside. The contrast between the rugged Canadian wilderness and this tropical-looking oasis is just stunning. This place matters because it's a perfect example of how beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, even in industrial remnants. It's a story of nature reclaiming a space and turning it into something even more beautiful. For visitors, it's pure, simple joy. On a hot summer day, there is nothing better than taking a dip in that cool, refreshing water. People bring floaties and just drift around, soaking up the sun. The cliffs around the quarry make for a dramatic backdrop. Some of the more adventurous souls, and I mean the very adventurous ones, climb up for a thrilling cliff jump into the deep water below. It's a place of laughter, sunshine, good vibes. What can you do here? Swim, of course, but it's also a fantastic spot for a picnic. Pack some sandwiches, local cheese, fruit, and make a day of it. I was chatting with a family there. The mom told me they come every summer. She said, "It's our little piece of heaven." The kids talk about it all year. It's that kind of place. It's not an official park. There are no lifeguards or facilities. Just a beautiful spot to be. It's a reminder that sometimes the best attractions don't need an entrance fee or a gift shop. Are you ready to walk on the bottom of the ocean? No, you don't need a submarine or a fancy diving suit for this one. You just need a tide schedule and a sense of timing. Our third secret takes us to economy along the shores of the Minas Basin, part of the Bay of Fundy. Here you'll find the Thomas Cove Coastal Reserve. This place is all about the tides. The Bay of Fundy has the highest tides in the world with a difference of up to 16 meters, that's 52 feet. At Thomas Cove you can experience this in a truly hands-on way. Imagine a giant bathtub. At high tide the tub is full, then someone pulls the plug and the water rushes out. The bottom is revealed. The drain, the little bumps, everything. That's what happens at Thomas Cove twice a day. When the tide is out, a massive ocean floor is exposed. You can walk for miles on reddish sand and mudflats, exploring a world that was underwater just a few hours earlier. You're literally walking in the footsteps of the ocean. The scale is hard to comprehend. The shoreline you left looks tiny in the distance, and you feel like an astronaut on a red planet. Why should you visit? It's one of the most dynamic and dramatic landscapes you'll ever see. Nature's Theater, a new show every 6 hours. It makes you feel connected to the rhythms of the planet. Activities here are all about exploration. At low tide, the cove becomes a giant treasure chest. Search for interesting shells. Observe tiny sea creatures in tidal pools. See patterns carved into the sand by retreating water. The main attraction is the Sea Stack, a flower pot island. An island at high tide but accessible on foot at low tide. Incredible hiking trails run along the cliffs above the cove. The Redhead Trail gives a bird's-eye view of the whole area, letting you watch the tide come in or go out. It's mesmerizing. Local guide Brenda told a story about a couple who got so engrossed in beachcombing they didn't notice the tide coming back in. They had to scramble up the cliffs. Brenda laughed. The bay doesn't wait for anyone. A powerful reminder. Always check tide times before you venture out. A place of immense beauty and immense power, demanding respect and rewarding you with an unforgettable experience. Our fourth secret is a place where you can hear the ocean sing. I'm not kidding. We're heading to the south shore of Nova Scotia, near the charming town of Lunenburg. Lunenburg, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Just a short drive away is a privately owned park called the Ovens. The name comes from the incredible sea caves carved into the cliffs by the relentless power of the ocean. For centuries, these caves were known to local Mi'kmaq people. In the 1800s, they were the site of a local gold rush. Today, they are a geological marvel you can explore up close and personal. Imagine the ocean is a great composer. For thousands of years, it has been writing a symphony using water, wind, and rock. The Oven Sea Caves are the concert hall. The park has built a fantastic network of trails, stairs, and platforms that cling to the side of the cliffs, allowing you to walk right down to the mouths of these caves. When the tide comes in, the waves rush into the narrow caverns. The waves compress the air inside, creating an incredible, deep, booming sound that echoes all around you. It's a powerful, resonant sound, a deep baritone note from the earth itself. It's not just something you hear, you feel it in your chest. It's truly the ocean's opera. The reason to visit is for this unique sensory experience. Standing on the platform next to a cave called the Cannon, you can feel the spray on your face. As a big wave hits, followed by a thunderous boom that sounds just like a cannon firing. The park is beautifully maintained and the trails are safe, but they give you a real sense of adventure as you descend towards the roaring water. It's an experience that's both exciting and meditative at the same time. Besides exploring the cave trail, you can also go kayaking. They offer guided tours that take you right up to, and even inside some of the caves, tide permitting. Seeing them from the water gives you a whole new perspective on their size and power. There's also a small museum on site that tells the story of the 1861 gold rush that happened right here. A local man told me his great-great-grandfather was one of the miners. He said they didn't find much gold, but they discovered the real treasure was the sound of the caves. I couldn't agree more. It's a natural soundscape unlike anything else, a performance by the sea that you have to hear to believe. For our final secret, we are going to the very, very top of Nova Scotia. We're heading to the northernmost tip of Cape Breton Island, to a place called Meat Cove. Just the name is fantastic, right? The drive to get here is an adventure in itself. The paved road of the Cabot Trail ends, then you continue on a winding, scenic dirt road, sometimes bumpy, for about 8 kilometers. It feels like you're driving to the end of the world. When you finally arrive, the views are absolutely breathtaking. Cliffs high above the Gulf of St. Lawrence, wild nature all around. But the secret here isn't just the view, it's a little reward for those who make the journey. Tucked at the base of the mountains are the three pools. After that long, dusty drive, you take a short but steep hike down toward a rushing brook. As you get closer, you see them. Pool 1, carved out of rock over millennia. Pool 2, spilling into the next. Pool 3, the final tier, like a natural infinity pool. The water is unbelievably clear and refreshingly cold, perfect for a dip. It's like nature built a spa just for you, hidden at the edge of the continent. Why make the trek? It's the perfect end to an epic journey. Reaching Meat Cove feels like an accomplishment. Discovering the pools feels like being let in on the ultimate local secret. Wash off the dust and rejuvenate your spirit. The hike down takes you through a dense, beautiful forest. Emerging at the pools with waterfalls and cool water, pure bliss. It feels untouched, wild and pristine. So what do you do here? You swim. Hop from one pool to the next, sit under the small waterfalls, or just sunbathe on the smooth, warm rocks. It's nature's water park. Hike back up and enjoy the small community's hospitality. There's a campground with arguably the best views from any campsite on Earth. I talked to the campground owner whose family has lived here for generations. He said, "People come for the views, but they stay for the feeling. This place, it gets in your soul." And after a swim in those pools, looking out at that endless ocean, I understood exactly what he meant. Well, there you have it, my friends, 5 secrets. 5 incredible, soul-stirring places that show a different side of the amazing province of Nova Scotia. We've defied gravity at the Balancing Rock, we've found a tropical paradise at the Gypsum Mine, we've walked on the ocean floor at Thomas Cove, we've listened to the ocean's opera at the Ovens, and we've refreshed our spirits at the 3 pools of Meat Cove. Each one is a unique chapter in the story of this land, a story of geological wonder, surprising beauty, immense power, and quiet, hidden magic. These places are more than just destinations, they are invitations. They invite you to be curious, to look beyond the obvious, and to find your own connection to this beautiful corner of the world. Traveling, for me, has never been about just checking boxes off a list. It's about the feelings, the people, the food, and the moments of unexpected wonder that change you in small but important ways. It's about the story the fisherman on the ferry tells you, or the feeling of that cold, clear water on your skin after a long hike. These are the souvenirs that you carry with you forever. They don't collect dust on a shelf, they live inside you. What I love about these 5 places is that they are accessible to everyone. You don't need to be an expert mountaineer or a professional adventurer, you just need a willingness to explore. You need to be okay with driving down a dirt road or walking down a few hundred steps. You need to embrace the journey as much as the destination. And in return, Nova Scotia will reward you with experiences that feel personal, profound, and utterly unforgettable. It's a place that encourages you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be present in the moment. So my advice to you is simple. Go. Book the ticket, rent the car, pack your bags. Come and see the famous lighthouses and drive the Cabot Trail. Absolutely, they are magnificent. But then, armed with these little secrets, venture off the beaten path. Go find that balancing rock, go for a swim in that turquoise water, go walk on the ocean floor, go listen to the sea caves sing, go find those hidden pools. I promise you, you won't regret it. The real, deep, lasting magic of travel is found in these moments of discovery. This journey through Nova Scotia's hidden gems is really a metaphor for all travel, isn't it? Every city, every country, every corner of the globe has its own version of Peggy's Cove, the world-famous landmark that everyone knows. And they also have their own version of the 3 pools, the hidden secret that rewards the curious explorer. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. But I'd argue that even those who travel often only read the most popular chapters. The real fun begins when you start looking for the footnotes, the appendices, the hidden-away paragraphs that tell the rest of the story. So I encourage you, wherever you go next, whether it's across the ocean or just down the road to a town you've never visited, be a treasure hunter. Talk to the locals, ask the person at the coffee shop, ask the farmer at the market. What's your favorite spot around here, a place most visitors don't get to see? You'll be amazed at the answers you get. People love to share the places they love, and when you visit these spots, you're not just seeing a new place, you're seeing it through their eyes, which makes the experience so much richer. And please, share what you find. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with fellow travelers. The beauty of travel in our modern world is that we can inspire each other. If you visit one of these Nova Scotia secrets, or if you find a new one of your own, tell people about it. Let's create a community of curious explorers, a network of people dedicated to finding and celebrating the hidden beauty of our world. Because the more we explore, the more we realize how much wonder there is out there waiting just around the corner, down a dirt road, or at the end of a trail. Thank you for coming on this little journey with me today. It has been a true pleasure to share these secrets with you. Now it's your turn. The world is full of amazing food, wonderful people, and breathtaking places. Go out and find them. Be open, be kind, be curious, be hungry for new experiences. And when you find something special, something that makes your heart sing, I hope you'll think of our trip to Nova Scotia. Now who's ready for that lobster roll? I know I am. If Nova Scotia just surprised you, give this video a like and share it with your travel buddies. And don't stop here. Keep exploring hidden wonders around the world in our next video, only on Next Level Travel.